Good afternoon. This is Donica from Baby Steps Nursing. I want to talk today about social media and expectations. We had a patient just the other day, and she had had a baby, vaginal delivery, and was bleeding. Everyone bleeds for up to 6 weeks after. And she said, "Why am I still bleeding? My friend said that you don't bleed anymore after you have a baby." Well, I don't know who her friend is. I don't know if her friend has ever had a baby. But a majority of people who have a baby bleed for up to 6 weeks after. So the caveat about social media, we have had a lot of clients and patients that are overwhelmed trying to do things perfectly because they saw on social media that X, Y, and Z. I had a client who was overwhelmed with stuff because she followed all the social media TikTok accounts and said, "Oh, I have to have this and that and this and that." She had 3 bathtubs for her newborn because she was so worried she didn't have the right one. So there's a lot of information out there. There's a little too much information out there. So a couple things I want you to do. If you are pregnant, if you are expecting, if you are IPs and you have a baby on the way, be careful about the social media accounts that you're following. Find out who's behind them, who's providing the information, what are their credentials, what are their sources. Just because somebody said this worked for me doesn't mean it's, number one, scientifically based. Number two, gonna work for you. The second resource I want you to start using is your doctor, the OBGYN, okay? We also have talked already about finding a pediatrician early, but you also can talk to them. But your OBGYN has been in the delivery room a million times. They can answer your questions. They can address your fears. And a lot of times it's better to address those fears before you get into labor and in the L&D, because a lot happens really fast at that point. If you are determined to not have a C-section, there are circumstances where you will be forced to have a C-section, and it will be to save your life or to save the life of the baby. So if that's something that you're really worried about, talk to your OB and ask them, what are you looking for that would concern you? What are the signs that we might have to go the C-section route? How am I going to know if we're getting close to those? At what point will I have a choice? Is there a point where I won't have a choice anymore? Let's just kind of stick to the actual real possibilities. I'm fine with you getting ideas on how to make things better, but please understand that we do not know what's going to happen with your delivery. We do not know what's going to happen with your baby after. Everything that we are doing in the hospital is to try and make your journey as smooth as possible and try to keep everyone as safe and healthy as possible. So, social media, good and bad. Be careful. It is not the be-all, end-all. And if you guys have any questions about anything, things that you've heard that you're just not sure about, reach out to me. Reach out to a family member who's a nurse or a doctor in the field of maternal health. Reach out to your OBGYN. Reach out to your pediatrician. Okay? You guys got this, okay? I promise you can do it. I promise you're gonna love it at some point. My goal is to try and keep it a little less overwhelming for you. All right, have a great afternoon.